This is gonna be another quick video about the shift, um, pendulums, and the circles of religion. This video right here is by somebody named Brian Scott. The name of his video is called "Transurfing the Pendulums: Overcoming Destructive Pendulums." This is a very, very good video to watch it, look at. What he's talking about is shifting consciousness and different things like that. The world created destructive thought pendulums that pull us into realities outside our own control. Pendulums can take you away from your ability to create the reality you want. Brian dives deep into the discussion about Vadim Zeland's concept of pendulums. What are they, how they work, and how Zeland says we can overcome them. Pendulums is like, you can say, movements or whatever, corporate trends, job trends, government trends, or whatever, anything can be a pendulum. Religions, whatever, right? So now, when you look at pendulums and you think about a shift, right? Some type of shift, right? But I ain't talking about the movie right here, but I'm just saying a shift in general, right? So now you talk about pendulums and you talk about these, say these are a circle of religions. And the pendulum swings, right? Because the weight shifts, the momentum, right, shifts. Right? The pendulum, right? Now, think about if religion was involved in this. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is because, like, you gotta ask yourself why, whether I know, like I did, me personally, I've been through my own shares of ups and downs and depressions because of different belief systems and things I thought were true, which aren't true, and all these different beliefs that people have in the world. But if you start looking at things shifting and how pendulums swing, right? Then you start looking at like I said, let me see. Collective consciousness, right? So when that pendulum swings or the collective consciousness shifts, you'll end up shifting from one to the next, or you might not shift at all. But the only thing about it is, the truth of it is, all of it is a matter of perspective, but none of it has absolute 100% truth. Not one of them, right? Now one of these things have 100% truth. That's why the conscious shifting always happens, right? Because their foundation is not rooted in anything that's 100% truth. And a lot of it is just based on perspective, cultural bias, and other things, right? So, in order for someone to be rooted in something that's true and beneficial to progress, right, It'll have to be based on something that's factual or truthful, or objective. But they always have this shift, that swing, this pendulum, right? And you'll end up going from one to the next one unless you stop and realize what is true. And that means you would have to figure it out on your own. Internally, you would have to figure out, well, what's going on, how my mind works, and what's true in the world. You know what I'm saying? There's always more, to be discovered. But they break up things so much that people go from one thing to the other because they thinking they're going to find something different here. And it just be probably the same principle or the same concept in another belief system repackaged, made to look like something grand, something mysterious or whatever. There gonna always be mysteries in the world because nobody can never understand or know everything, right? So that's number one. There's always gonna be mysteries, but this shift, this pendulum, going through all this. Me personally, I talk about this because I done been through certain personal states of depression because of me not knowing, but wanting to know what's going on. It's always gonna be someone to lead you or shift you from one thing to another. But it's that circle, it's that wheel that's gonna keep spinning. It's just gonna keep happening over and over. It's gonna keep severing the consciousness of people. You're gonna end up going from one thing to the other. Then that experience that you have, that born again experience, that's nothing more than some type of internal resetting. That's that depression and all that other stuff that come along with it, or whatever that is. And you never really be born again. You just some type of internal whatever that is, and then you just into another religion thinking that you was born again, but nothing really changed. Maybe certain actions change. If it changed you for the better, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in something that changed you for the better and it betters your life, that's one thing. But if you just going along with the flow of the ship, I don't do none of that because nothing really changing. Everything is just being repackaged, you know. Um, if you ever get the mindset or the consciousness to get out of one of these traps, to get out of this circle trap, right, and create your own thing, I would advise people. I would keep it personal to myself, cause I just got through with a video showing that automatic writing and all that stuff, how it leads to the creation of new religions and new belief systems and all that. And next thing you know, that belief system is gonna be right here on this wheel again. You're gonna end up putting another one right here on this wheel. Then somebody else gonna get caught up in it. But only if it, the only way it won't end up on this wheel if it don't have absolute truth. It's always something that's, you know, even the science. If you think about science and how it operates, right? If you go against the narrative of what science is and what's accepted by everyone, the collective consciousness of science, they'll think you crazy. When you and then they say, well, shit, we're gonna let everyone believe whatever they want to believe, so we'll have peace, right? Then you're saying there's no objective reality. Then that means you're saying that there's no real truth or something, or I mean, every day there's people who create fake inventions, lie about things, the way things operate, and make millions and billions of dollars off of it. But because of the general consensus about how things work in this world, they will say, well, you're just not educated, or you don't know what real science is. That goes back to the general consensus, what they believe to be true, what people agree to be true. It might not be true at all. But it's just a big old circle, big rotation, shifting people's mind back and forth between these things. And you'll end up on this wheel, you won't even know it happened to you. You just think that you found the truth some kind of way. Oh, I went from this to this, and I found the truth. No, you didn't. You were shifted through manipulation or whatever it may be. It's a big game to these people that keep shifting like this, thinking that they can control everyone. That's all I want to say.